even pretty big banks make a lot of mortgages. They don't make 500 a year because it takes 2 or 3 weeks just for each one, right? So that's a big jump. And the stupid thing is, I actually worked in a credit union doing regulatory compliance. I did the HMDA audit, and is it annoying? Yeah. Is it a lot of paperwork? Yeah. But does it cost that bank anything? No. It's not that big of a deal. So they just want to get rid of this stuff because they don't like the idea of having to do it. It's not like it's really that big of a burden, and I can say that firsthand.
Thank you, because I knew I was being lied to. They had this woman. They said, "Hey, black woman, her sister called me up to lie to me. They're so sweet, and I knew I was being lied to."
Well, I mean, she might have been saying something. She might have been saying something really technical that was correct. I don't know.
No, she never even brought up HMDA.
Okay.
And I said, well, I want to see it in writing. Well, give me an hour, and I'm going to read. I'm going to give that back to you. But now I needed that piece of information. See, God, it's so good.
Right.
Right
the two most important things in HMDA is you have to say the age, the race, the gender of the person you're lending to, and what the interest rate is. And those pieces of information alone are enough to really find discrimination pretty easily. And unfortunately, it only applies to mortgages. So for the auto loan industry, which we know is way worse,
yes, it is.
None of that. They don't have to do any of that reporting. So the federal government can find discrimination on a case-by-case basis in auto lending, but they don't have to, the lenders don't have to report like they do for mortgage. So I'd like to expand that idea to mortgage lending and credit cards too, because they're getting away with murder as it is. And sometimes they get caught, but that's only if someone in the Department of Justice or CFP is looking for it.
Recent, like within the last year, a big thing with the automobile lending.
Oh yeah, they had many cases against all the big lenders, Toyota lending, GM lending, all those big auto lending companies that were basically charging minorities higher interest rates just because they walked in the door and they made that decision then.
Can I ask another question about that banking bill?
Yeah.
How does it affect credit unions?
So it would basically, it increases the amount of credit unions that don't have to do that. So that's sort of the big regulatory relief provision of it. And like I said, it's really not a big deal. It might save them maybe $10,000 a year, maybe. And that's really nothing in the scheme of these big institutions. That just, it's the whole excuse for this. First of all, I think it's bad policy. The whole bill is bad policy. But my second question is, beyond that, even if it was good policy, why on earth are our senators working on that right now?
Hello?
If you ask 10,000 people in this country what's your top thought, would anyone say bank regulation? No. There is 350 other things I want to work on before I got to that stuff. Okay, maybe there's some fixes you can do, but it's not a big deal. People are dying because they don't have health care, our roads are falling apart, and they're working on a banking bill. So what does that tell you? What runs Washington? Not the needs of the people, but what the lobbyists and the money dictate. And I saw that firsthand, and I think my experience with that is the only way you can beat that crap. Because it's these people aren't stupid. They're smart people, they have a lot of money, they have a lot of training, and it's hard to work your way through that system if you don't know it beforehand. And so that's the best example of it, is why are we even doing this?
So of the Dodd-Frank, how is that being changed with this bank rule?
Yeah, so these rules are rolling back. This law is rolling back some regulations that came out of Dodd-Frank. Oh, wow. And the big one is for the really big banks, that they're going from a threshold of $50 billion to $250 billion. They're exempting 5 times more of banks of assets that much. That is a huge
So
jump.
why did King and Warner allow that when they were the ones doing the campaign?
Warner voted. Yeah, Warner was there for Dodd-Frank. Kim came after, but money talks.
So do you think they're paying them
for
their campaign?
Look at their lobbyists and their campaign.
I hate to say it, but and the silly thing is, like North Carolina, we're not even a big banking state. New York is, North Carolina is, Alabama is, but Virginia isn't. We don't have any big. They do have Capital One, but that might be it. So I don't even know why they're prioritizing this, among other things. But they've gotten, several $1 million directly from, and that's the money that we know of, the official campaign contributions, the stuff that goes to super PACs. We don't even know where that comes from or how much has been spent until after the election. So, what I like to say is, in Washington, there's a lot of good people. They're not all bad people, but they're stuck in a bad system. with bad incentives and bad people in control. So, you know, I don't have to make a character judgment on any one person because it's about the system. And that's what we need to break up. And the only way to do it is to win this way, by showing that we can run elections without the money, but with people and just talking to people about issues.
And then change the money in politics.
Right, and so, but we need to build the momentum to get to that point where we can hopefully just get, I would like to see total public financing. I have to raise a lot of money. I hate fundraising. I hate that I have to do this so I can come and talk about what I care about, you know. So I think if we have public financing, we'd see a lot more candidates, a lot more points of view, a lot more people talking about issues. That's where we need to get at some point. But we're so far from that right now, it's hard to see that ever happening, but I don't think we have any other choice.